Hey guys. So Comic-Con was about 2 weeks ago. Danny and I have been really busy.
Yeah,
and
sorry,
I've been
guys.
it's and I've been sick. So we're just now getting around to talking about what we got from Con and all of that good stuff. I actually was not able to go pop hunting the morning of the con. I was really sick. So Danny did most of my shopping for me. I did a few pickups afterwards, and I ordered some stuff online as well. But Danny here is the real MVP of this con. So we're going to go through first what we picked up. We'll talk about a little bit of our experiences, talk about some online shopping we did, and then of course we do want to hear from you guys, so be sure to tell us what you picked up or what it is that you didn't get to pick up that you really wanted down in the comments below. Danny, since you're the MVP, you are more than welcome to start, my friend.
Alright. Actually, I missed this one during San Diego Comic-Con, and I recently got it from a trade. It's a Pepe Le Pew. It's actually probably one of the most sought-after pops during this con. I heard like it was shared with Barnes & Noble, but I heard like each store only got like maybe about 2 or 4 maybe, at the most.
Yeah. So that's what he looks like, guys. This is the most recent line of Looney Tunes pops. Here, I'm going to move over so I'm not in the screen here. They do one of the Looney Tunes characters almost every con, because they've done...
So, because last year, during I think it was New York Comic Con, they had the mouse.
Speedy Gonzalez?
Yeah.
And they did Pete Puma last year, and then not this year at Emerald City, but last year at Emerald City they did Bugs Bunny and Mr. Hyde, which is kind of cool.
Worth a pretty penny, guys.
Yeah, it's one that I actually would really like to have. I don't want a lot of the Looney Tunes pops, but I really like that one. I will show off one that I picked up. This is one that I personally went into a shop and picked up, and I think that's the only one of these that I can say that I did that for. I stopped at GameStop on my way to work because I had reserved a pop for one of my coworkers, and so I went in and I saw this. And this is the Iron Man from the 10-year anniversary of Marvel Studios. When I saw this one online, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get it or not. But like, I went into the store and I saw it sitting there and it looked really cool, so I ended up picking this one up.
That's a really good sculpt.
It's a very good sculpt. I'm going to take this one out of the box, in fact, and show you guys, because there's a lot of detail on this pop. If you guys aren't familiar, this is from the first Iron Man movie after he's been captured, and so like he builds his own little suit. So like, here you go, guys. There's this. Like, the back is extremely detailed as well. You know, they got like super into making sure that this pop was, you know, detailed down to like dings on armor pieces. So this is really, really cool. I'll put this back in the box, Dan, and show off your stuff.
Next one I got one was King Mickey from Box Lunch. It was shared with. I'm just a really big Kingdom Hearts fan, so I really wanted this one. And he just comes from the recent second wave. Number 334.
Yeah. Now, Box Lunch also had another shared exclusive Kingdom Hearts Mickey, where he is hooded. So that's what's different about this one, is that this one doesn't have the hood. And he's standing in a little bit different position with the Keyblade. But Box Lunch has that, and there's a chase version of that one as well. What else you have, Danny?
Fix-It Felix from the new Wreck-It Ralph. It's 8-bit.
This is one that I also actually picked up, but it wasn't one that I wanted, and so I ended up giving it to Danny, which he actually traded me for this. I'll say we traded. We just swapped pops, really.
Yeah.
What was it? Neil Headless Nick, right? Yeah. So I already have Nearly Headless Nick. If you can't tell, guys, he's right here on the shelf. So I already have this one, but I don't have the glow-in-the-dark version. So Danny picked this up in store. This was shared with Barnes & Noble. So Danny picked this up in store.
Yeah, I kind of might have bought a double. I kind of bought one in store and forgot I ordered an online one, and I just gave it to Caleb.
Yeah. So I have this one now, and while we're talking about ghosts, Danny and I both actually have this one. This is Moaning Myrtle. Now, Myrtle was shared with Hot Topic, and I really like the ghost. They're coming out with a Bloody Baron for the next wave of Harry Potter pops. But this is from the most recent wave, which has like the Herbology 3-pack and the Herbology Kids, Ginny, Gilderoy, and Nearly Headless Nick, as well as Tom Riddle. And then there's also the Target exclusive Basilisk, which I also have, and he's right there. Cool. All right. What you got, my friend? He has a lot.
I do. I got this one recently, actually. This one just came in about like a few days ago. So he was shared with Amazon, and he was one of the pops I wanted the most. It's a glow in the dark Thor from Thor Ragnarok, and this is the one where he gets his power back from the final fight scene with Hela.
So that, guys. Now, if you're wondering why his eye looks a little bit weird, it's actually dented in instead of being blacked out like the other Thor, where he has this power.
Asian.
Is it the Asia?
Yeah,
exclusive?
the Asia exclusive.
Yeah. So there's that one. Didn't you also get another Thor Ragnarok pop? Did you get Valkyrie as well?
Yeah. Caleb actually picked it up for me. So.
Yeah. So I'll show this off when he talks about it. This is Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok.
The only difference from this one and the common Valkyrie that released a while ago is that this is the one where her battlesuit on.
So that's
from
the
final fight scene.
Yeah, I'll show this up close to you guys again. So.
Well, I like her sculpt, and it's a pretty cool pop.
So it was pretty cool. I was thinking about getting this one, but I ended up not getting her.
I think I just wanted her so it would match my Thor.
That's fair. I mean, they are numerically in order. Like, Thor's 335, Valkyrie's 336.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. All right, what else you got, Danny? This one is
Caleb and picked up these two.
Danny's Myrtle and Nearly Headless Nick.
They're actually my first Harry Potter pops, guys. I'm thinking about just collecting the ghost. That'll be easier. So I'm gonna be hunting for what's his name?
The Bloody Baron.
See?
Yeah, they during their fun cast for during San Diego Comic-Con, they talked about a bunch of new pops that were coming out, and they're live streaming the video that they released. And so they are doing lots of new lines, which we actually posted about it on our Instagram, which you can find a link to in the description below. But they're coming out with 10 or 12, I want to say 10 new Harry Potter pops. They're doing a Sirius Black and Dog version, one that's flocked. They're doing a Dobby. They're doing a Hedwig and a flocked Hedwig.
They're doing a Ron on the chess horse. Is really cool.
Yeah, which is really cool. We have a new Hagrid 6-inch pop where he's holding the birthday cake.
There's a new Hagrid?
Yeah, there's a new Hagrid, which I thought was cool. There's Hermione, where she is a cat, where they, where she, did the Polyjuice Potion wrong. There's a wounded Harry. There's Ron with Sorting Hat, which they've already done Harry with a Sorting Hat, which this one's going to be cool. And then there's Hermione rather making the Polyjuice Potion. Yeah. So those, they don't have a release date yet, but they have confirmed that they're going to be pops, and there's going to be at least 3 exclusives with this line. Hopefully they go to Hot Topic. Those will be the best place to get them. All right, Danny, keep going.
God. Next one I got was Overwatch. It's a Soldier 76.
And this is the Grill Master skin.
Yeah,
right?
it's this legendary skin in the game. It's Grill Master.
Yeah.
I played Overwatch. It's really fun. I thought it was a cool pop add to the collection.
Yeah. Now this is from one of the first waves of Overwatch. This is just like I said, a variant skin from Soldier 76.
Most of the first wave was exclusives.
Yeah.
The majority of them.
Yeah, well there's 3 different Widowmakers. There's 2 different Reapers. There's a variant for Tracer.
Yeah.
I think Winston was a Best Buy or GameStop exclusive. Yeah. So.
There's like 3 sold for 76.
Yeah. Cool. And then last but not least, Danny, you also have.
I was so excited for this pop.
I'm really jealous because I didn't get this one, and I kind of wanted it now, in hindsight.
Red Hood from the DC League.
Yeah. So this is, in case you guys don't know, this is Jason Todd's alter ego, where he comes back after death in the family, where Joker kills him, and so he comes back as like a gritty vigilante where he actually kills bad guys instead.
I'm pretty sure this is the very first Red Hood pop I've ever received from Funko.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
All right, so I don't have a lot. There wasn't a lot that I actually really wanted this con. Well, now that I've seen some of them in person, I want a few more of them. The first thing I guess I'll show you guys, aside from the 3 that I've already showed you, is Elena Tyrell from Game of Thrones. I'm slowly working on building up my Game of Thrones collection, and so this was a must-have for me. She's one of my favorite characters. She's one of my girlfriend's favorite characters as well. And so when we heard this one was coming out, this is one that she's like, you have to get this one. This was shared with Box Lunch, and my store actually sold out of these first thing. Danny was lucky enough to be there early enough to get it, but this was the first pop we sold out of. But she's really, really cool. She's wearing a blue headdress, and she's holding a cup of wine, which just, it's perfect. This is, I guess, part of the latest wave, which had the new Danny, the John, the Giant White from Emerald City, as well as Davos, and then the Danny on Dragonstone Deluxe Pop. Let's see here. The next 3 things that I'm going to show you were shared with GameStop. Again, thank you, Danny. So the first one is Star Wars, The Clone Wars, which they're coming out with new Clone Wars pops as well, which I'm pretty excited about. And they announced a new Clone Wars TV show, which is going to be on the Disney streaming site. So it's like I'm really excited, but I don't want to pay for another streaming site. But that's getting off topic, guys. This is Cad Bane. And if you guys are not familiar, Cad Bane is a bounty hunter who has like a big role to play in seasons 2, 3, and 4 of the Clone Wars series. So he's like a really famous bounty hunter.
He's a really cool character.
Has a really cool story arc. Like he teams up with Boba Fett, and like he goes up against Obi-Wan and Anakin. There's like a whole like plot to destroy the Senate that he's part of. So like really cool character, and this was one that I really wanted. The other Star Wars one that came out this con was
it's a patrol trooper from the Solo movie. Came out recently.
Yeah, it was shared with Amazon. I pre-ordered it. Apparently they canceled my pre-order, so I don't have that one coming, so I'm a little sad about it. But it's only going for I think $15-20, so it's not too much above what I would have paid retail anyway, so I'm not too bad. I can always pick that one up later. The other 2 that I picked up are both from Dragon Ball Z. The first one here is Super Saiyan Broly, which this is really cool. I was kind of surprised that they made this one since Broly isn't like considered canon. Well, I guess now he is now. Since
and I actually picked this up too. I just forgot to bring it, guys.
So, like I said, this version is not canon, but they're making part of Super. The next one is going to be the Rise of Broly, I guess.
The movie comes out in like January, I want to say, of next year.
Yeah. Needless to say, Danny and I are going to go see it. But so yeah, there's Broly, and then the other pop, which is from Dragon Ball Z. I think this is the pop that like the first pop that I saw, and I was like, God, I want this one. And so this one is Dead Yamcha, which is like, this is the best thing ever. Like they took a very specific moment and just went with it, and I really appreciate this. And so this is number 397, and Broly is 402. And the back of the boxes on these are both different. So this one displays like the OG line of Dragon Ball Z Pop. So you have Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, Trunks, Krillin, and Majin Buu. And then this other line, or the one on the back of Broly, talks about the latest wave that just came out. So you have Gohan training Master Roshi, Tien and Chiaotzu, and another Bulma, which is cool. This con, there were 2 other Dragon Ball Z pops that came out. Metallic Whis, which was Funimation.
Which we both unfortunately did not get.
Oh, God. So, with this one, they released it online.
It was a mess, guys.
It was
to say the least.
Yeah, it was this week, the week that we're filming this. It was this week, and so I sat in line for 3 hours. Like, it was in my cart. I had already checked out, put in my PayPal information, shipping. I hit checkout, and I was on a waiting screen for 3 hours, and then they shut their site down.
That's about right for me too.
So that one sucked, and I don't have it. I'm really sad about it. But we both have really good news about Gold Vegeta. So Gold Vegeta went live on Toy Tokyo a few days ago, and Danny and I both picked it up. And I had also picked up one from Pop Culture out of Australia. So I have a Toy Tokyo sticker one and a shared sticker. Danny has Toy Tokyo.
So we were stressful 2 minutes of my life.
Yeah. Oh God, it was. We're in a group chat with some of our friends, and one guy all he said was Toy Tokyo, and like we had no idea what was going on. So I guess we all just hopped on and we all got it. So that was good.
I don't think I was aware of what was going on until like Caleb over here texted me and like, Toy Tokyo's live. Go right now.
Yeah. The funny part is like they didn't announce it or anything like that. I guess someone just when my group was on there looking to see what they could find, and so they did Vegeta and they did a bundle which had all 4 of their shared exclusives.
That went so fast, guys.
The bundle went in like 5 minutes, but Vegeta was up for a good half hour maybe.
I wouldn't say so. Maybe about like 20 minutes, half hour or so.
Yeah. And then after they finally sold out, the next day they actually started canceling orders for people who had multiples, and then anyone that they know to be resellers. So it went. It hasn't. Did it go live again last night or?
The site changed, and it's so like when you load up the site now, it loads up as that you need a password to get in, which I don't know.
So keep an eye out for that, guys. It may go live before we publish this video, but there is a chance. So Danny, I almost forgot. And there's a really funny story about this one. So Danny, like I said, was helping me pick up the pops that I wanted. And so he actually hid this pop in Barnes & Noble. Took 4 days to let me know that he had hidden it to find out if I wanted it, and then went back and it was still there. But it was around the same time of con. So this is the Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione Herbology 3-pack. And so this is the kids, and they're all holding like the mandrakes from the second film. Almost forgot about that. So Danny, was there anything about con that you liked this year that was different, or anything that you didn't like about con? This is my first San Diego Comic-Con, guys. I've only been collecting for a little over a year now, whereas Danny's been collecting a little longer than I have.
A little bit. It's actually pretty smooth this time around. It's actually wasn't terrible. I mean, Caleb texted me that he wasn't feeling well, so I just tried my best to go out and try to hunt for him like the best. And I think I got to Hot Topic around like, I want to say like 6 or like 6:30-ish, when like they open at like 9, which is maybe a little bit excessive to say the least, but I was like 6 in line, and I managed to get everything I needed along with Caleb, so that went pretty well. Then the wait time went by really quickly because like while you're there, you just like start up conversation. You just make friends in lines, guys. And then after that, me and like literally the 2 people that were in line with me, we went down to box lunch after Hot Topic. And the only thing I really was after was with Mickey. So I was able to get this. He wasn't really as sought after as I thought he would be. So it was pretty easy to grab. And I got a lot of Tyrell, and I think that's it.
Yeah, that was it from Box
Lunch. Yeah, it was just those two.
Yeah.
And I think I met with Caleb afterwards a little bit later, and then we ended up going to like GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up the Iron Man, and I picked up the Red Hood.
This being my first like big con, I mean I did Emerald City's release, but this being my first big con, I think it went really well. Granted, I didn't have to stand in line or anything like that, but the only thing that I had a problem with was like their online releases.
Yeah.
Like all these sites were like lagging and shutting down because they have too many people, and I mean, I would think that like they should know. Like I mean, every Wednesday Funko like releases a pop, and their site, you know, gets so much traffic. You would think that with all of these con exclusives that people, I mean, like it's in one city for 3 days, and there's so many collectors who, you know, aren't able to go. You would think that the sites that are like putting their shared exclusives would do a little better, especially for ones that are really sought after, like Vegeta or Metallic Whis, which I'm heartbroken about that one, guys. But yeah, other than that, I think it went fairly well.
I wouldn't say so. Yeah.
I'm really happy that the community is really good about like helping people. Like I know a lot of people. Our plan originally was one of us was going to go to one store and then someone else was going to go to the other, so that we could.
That happened.
Yeah, I know it didn't happen, but that was our plan originally. But I know that that's like what a lot of people did. And when the people found out that I was sick, like I got text messages from 5 or 6 people like, "Hey, I know Danny's here. Do you need us to do this or do that?" Yeah. So like on my end, I think this was really nice. Now I've heard a lot of people are a little bit sad about how the how Fun Days went. If you guys aren't familiar, Fun Days is an event that Funko hosts at Comic-Con every year, where they talk about upcoming pops and releases that they're doing, and they give away a lot of exclusive and free stuff.
Yeah.
And so I heard a lot of people were really sad about the raffle, because a lot of people like that I know were going to con specifically for like Funko Pops and like pop related stuff, and so you know, everyone that wanted to get into Fun Days wasn't able to.
In the box, not
yeah.
live. And actually, the majority of like people that attended Fun Days weren't able to get the box because Fun Days held in like this gigantic ballroom, and there's like no service in there like whatsoever. And so like when the Funko box went live on the Funko shop, like the majority of people that attended Fun Days, they weren't able to pick it up.
In case you guys don't know what he's talking about, so Funko did their Fun Days box, which came with 3 exclusive Freddy Funko Pops, which I think there's like 13 or 14 different ones that you guys could get.
Something like that.
I mean, I think it keeps growing because I've seen a few that like weren't listed in the pictures that I've seen, where there's variants of like there's a robot one which come in like 5 or 6 different colors. So I mean, there's probably more than 15 or 16, but. And then I know that a lot of people are really upset that like people who work for large companies that resell like Big Apple Collectibles and Gemini Collectibles were able to get into the con, and then they were able to get like the very limited number exclusive pops just to turn around and resell. Yeah. Like there was a limited edition 40 piece gold hopper from Stranger Things, and 20 minutes after Fun Days ended, Big Apple Collectibles had 2 on their website. Gemini had 1. There was another store that had 3. So of 40, I mean, 7 of them were already up online at major retailers for over $2,000. So.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks for like people. Well, I'm not a completionist, but I don't know if Caleb is. But
I mean,
like,
somewhat.
But like for the people that do want like a complete set, it does kind of suck because now you'll never have a complete set of like Stranger Things.
Yeah, I mean, well, even with like the ones like Steve and Robin. So speaking of Stranger Things again, they released Steve and Robin, who's this new character that's going to be in season 3, and then their ice cream outfits because they work for Oops Ahoy. And they're limited to like 2,500 pieces each, and they were only given out at con. And, you know, like, again, those stores were able to pick up so many of them, and they have them online for ridiculous prices.
I think the cheapest I've seen it go for was like $140 each, which is not. No, it's not too unreasonable, but still.
Yeah. So, Danny, any final thoughts about the San Diego Comic-Con? Cool.
You?
I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna now have to figure out where I'm gonna put all these pops in my wall.
Yeah, same here.
But that is it for today, guys. I'm sorry it took us so long to do this video. Like I said,
yeah, we've just been really busy, guys. I'm sorry.
Work sucks. Try being poor in your 20s is the worst, guys. If you're not 20, you'll understand. If you're in your 20s, you will understand. Or if you've been here, you know what we're talking about. That's it for today, guys. Like I mentioned earlier, we talked about some of the newer releases that came out from the Funcast, so you can find a link to our Instagram down below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But that is it for today, guys. So thanks for watching.